Alright, hello again everyone, this is Warhound Black Rose Legion with another video, or video 3 of our Dominion series slash tournament style training videos. If you've watched the first two, you know what's going down. Basically we're just going to go over a bunch of combos, what characters can do and what you can and cannot do in a like when you combo with certain situations, certain characters, specific, you know, what gives more revenge, what doesn't give more revenge. This is going to be an introduction to combos, so we're not going to go too much in detail. We're just going to give you the basic tools, and you go from there. I got my clanmates, Chris, D-Mac, Knights, and Gunner. You know them from the other videos, so I don't have to say anything right now. But, alright, first things first, you gotta know what gives revenge. So, if, you know, the tag system, if you know of the tag system, I'm not gonna go over it because that's for beginners. So basically, anything you do when the tag is up, if you do a bash, that gives the most revenge. Bash or guard break gives the most revenge. Hands down, like there's nothing else that gives more revenge than that, unless you force feed somebody, but we're not talking about force feeds right now. The second is unblockable attacks and heavies. Yeah, unblockable attacks and heavies. Then it goes to, you know, lights, and depending on your characters, let's say in Orochi, for example, with kunais, the second feat gives a little bit of revenge, but not a lot of revenge. So, like I said, if you know what gives revenge, and you know what not to spam when you're ganking someone. So the first things first, when you start a combo, you gotta communicate with your teammates. So, if you're going to combo with somebody, you need to call out what you're gonna do. So, for example, I'm gonna give you this, and we're gonna do this. Chris is my warlord to my right. So I'm gonna call out guard break, and we're just both gonna get 2 guaranteed heavies. So say we come up to this Lawbringer. Alright, me and Chris, I'm taking point. I'm gonna go for a guard break. Guaranteed 2 heavies for both of us. Chris, what was your damage?
It was 18.
18, and I had my 22 damage. So there you go. Simple as that. If you get a guard break, and it's a guaranteed guard break, I think pretty much any character in the game now, like even Raider with a new rework, gets a free heavy off of guard break. So that guarantees your heavy and your teammates heavy, no matter what, as long as they do it right. That's pretty much that for the guard break. Second thing, Chris, we come up to the fight again. I'm gonna say, alright, I'm taking point again. I'm gonna go for a bash light. So you call out bash light. Didn't mean to throw the unblockable, but you see when I said do it one more time, Chris. Bash light. Guarantees Chris a heavy. What was your heavy damage that time, Chris?
18.
18 again. Alright, so that was 11 from my light and 18 from his, so that does a pretty good decent amount. And it doesn't give that much revenge because there's only one bash and one heavy. One bash, light, and a heavy. Yeah, like I said, biggest things, just need to focus on revenge giving. And we, as a clan, figured out recently, yes, they're gonna get revenge. So don't be scared to give people revenge. If they get revenge, you're fine. But you have to make sure you don't give them revenge without hurting them first. So if we just do bash light heavy the whole time, bash light again. So now he's got all that revenge, but he ain't got no health. Well, you know, he just healed himself. But particularly, he doesn't have any health. And if he pops revenge, well, we just sit in his face, hold, and you know, parry whatever he's got to do. And it's a Lawbringer. Like I'm not gonna be scared of a Lawbringer. You shouldn't be scared of a Lawbringer. And you probably shouldn't even be seeing a Lawbringer in competitive play as of right now, especially with the reworks and you know what everything has been doing. But we went over that in our second video. Oh yeah, also, these videos are being made because, or specifically for the For Honor Discord. training dojo. That link will be in the description. You guys go to that. You know, subscribe to the channel if you want. I ain't worried about subscribers. This is for the benefit of newer competitive players. Yeah. So best we can do. Let's see. I'm gonna hand it off to Knight because Knight's character is a little bit more detailed when it comes to comboing, and it's a Glad. You should probably always have a Glad on your team, so I'm gonna hand it to Knight now.
What's up, everybody? So, Gladiator generally is the point taker, or the pinner, as I call him, for your ganking team. Obviously, if you've played or seen the character, or been hit by a toasted, which you have, guaranteed, you'll know that it's one of the best tools in the game for ganking. So, that being said, a Warlord is a really good teammate to have with the Gladiators, simply because great damage can delay basically all of his attacks. So if a situation arises, he can change tactics, he can delay his stuff, we can adjust on the fly if we have to. But the real basic thing you want to keep in mind with Gladiator is you're gonna want to go for skewers. You're gonna want to go for toe steps. You need to keep the pressure on as much as possible, because if you're fighting with a Warlord, for example, if you're fighting with a character without a really spammy unblockable like Gladiator, it's hard for them to open up their opponent. That's your job. You're the can opener. They're the ones that, they get the filling, they take it out, they get the feed, but you open them up. So, just as a really, really basic example, I'm going to come up from behind him. I'm just going to skewer him real fast. We're going to see what the damage looks like. Alright, heavy. So, you know how that guard break guaranteed those 2 hits? We just did an extra bar on top of that, of bleed damage. And that I didn't even have to throw another heavy. Another thing, and that's the thing, you can keep going. That's not it, that's not all. So, say I skewer, get the skewer heavy, I toast stab, he throws another heavy. Also guaranteed death. That's just death. Like, that's optimal ganking gameplay. That's how you want to be ganking with your opponent. As soon as you start landing skewers, the game becomes a lot easier and you are evaporating health. Same thing. I go for Gunner. Go ahead, heavy, right heavy. At me. At the skewer. Same combo. Just goes right back into it. Done. Half a bar on 1D play. I mean, that's nuts. So, you have to know the characters you're fighting, the characters you're playing, your teammates. You have to be able to also think on the fly situations, because it's not just going to be us beating up on a Lawbringer all day. It's going to be us fighting this Lawbringer right here, and then a Musha will come behind us. Okay, we gotta target switch. We gotta change it up. I gotta start deflecting. I gotta start dodging out of the way. I gotta start dodge bashing. So, same thing. Gladiator has one of the best bashes as well. So, so if I dodge bash, that's also a guarantee on a heavy for my team. So I'll just do that. I'll chill that real fast. Oh, I pushed him away. There we go. That's a little better. I think he threw it too late. You see how well it can delay his stuff? But don't delay that. That's it right there. That's guaranteed. And that's the thing. Sometimes you just get... If they're really, really holding themselves up and they're dodging and they're doing what they need to do, sometimes you just gotta do over-reliable, chip them away. You don't have to evaporate their health all the time. Sometimes you just gotta, do enough damage to get them to start moving. Because once they sit there and you let them sit there, that's enough time for them to have teammates show up and help. That's enough time for them to stall, to heal, drop beats, whatever. So you don't want them to just sit there. You want to keep the pressure up. I'm trying to think. Again, Gladiator. That's like the 3 big things with Gladiator. you're going to be doing more or less for the most part as Gladiator. You're going to be opening toe step into skewer. Now you can do that. That's a really good pressure. Fanning into guard breaks guarantees 2 heavies. I can go into a toe stab and guarantee another heavy. I mean, you can. One of the cool things about this new system is you can kind of come up with your own combos. I mean, we go into customs and we, you know, experiment, see what we can and can't do, see what works, see what doesn't work. Because, you know, there's a lot of weird systems where you might get knocked out of things, or hype armor comes into play, or you have to delay things to guarantee stuff. So I encourage you to, you know, take some people, some friends, you know, go into customs, experiment, play with different heroes, play with your favorite hero, see what you can do. It just works. It's just kind of convenient for me since I play Gladiator. So it's already like my entire kit is built around that. But we've come up with some pretty nasty combinations of small heroes. So, yeah, I'd say that. I mean, that's really, you know, about it. Another thing to keep in mind is combining feats as well. So, you know, if I have Fear itself, Chris here has Fire Flask. I drop that. You throw Fire Flask real fast. So much damage.
You have to be in between them.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Right there. Let me here. And I did 57 damage on the initial.
Yeah, that's insane. Combining feats super important. That is 54 damage. So,
you captured Zone C.
That's the thing. Keep in mind, always think about combining things with your teammates. You can, you know, if you're solo queuing, okay, you can be a little selfish with your feeds and playstyle, right? But you know, if you obviously we're all here, you know, in the competitive log, so always think about what your teammates are doing as well. So you just keep that in mind. I think that's the most important thing. As long as you're taking those things into account, then it should work. Or at least you'll get to the point where you'll synergize well with your teammates. A lot of times we're getting to the point now where we don't even have to say anything. We're just throwing attacks, we know what to do, we know the basics, you know, a lot of times this is back to basics. And that's what the goal should be, is you want synergy. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the majority of it. That's the long and short of it anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with most of that. There's a few things. Empty bashes are a thing too. If you don't want to give too much revenge, you just say the Warlord, Chris, just headbutt. Don't even like empty bash, just because I don't want to give him too much more revenge, because that bash light will give him more revenge. So like if they're really high up, empty bashes are a great tool as well. Another thing that this misconception of comboing or whatever people would say, Gunner, throw a heavy at me. I did not mean to do that. Throw a heavy at me. Alright, so let me I forgot what I just did there. Basically, okay, so yeah. So you know how when you light parry you get a guaranteed heavy, right? Well, if you have teammates that you trust and you know what they're going to do, if you heavy parry somebody, your teammate is guaranteed a heavy. This is basic. This is actually basic stuff that we should have been doing around year 3 of this game. Well, we just never figured it out. So, Gunner, you're just going to throw a heavy, and I'm going to parry, and Chris is going to heavy Gunner. So, go. Heavy parry. That's a guaranteed heavy. That's full damage from Warlord. And it also guarantees me a heavy, so we're going to do it again. So I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out to Chris, like, yo, I just heavy parried him, throw a heavy. So do it. Heavy parry. Okay, well, I had to do it. You're going to have to do a top heavy with JJ because he's got slow side heavy, so do it again. Heavy parry. There you go, see? So that's full damage from both of us. And that's the same thing as guard break, double heavy. It's just you have to trust your teammate. You have to be like, because if I don't trust him, then Gunner just throw the heavy again. If I do not trust Chris, let's say, throw the heavy, I'm just gonna get my free light because I don't trust him. He did it, yes, that's good, but I like, you have to be like, you have to put all your faith into it because you just parried them and you know you should get guaranteed light. So that's another big thing. Like Knight was saying, combo with feats. Knight, you have a trident, right? Come here. Call out your trident throw.
Trident.
That opens him up for a heavy from me, if I know it's coming. But you have to make sure you communicate. A lot of people don't know that. Projectiles in general, DMAC has a fire arrow. He shoots one of us, guarantees a Gunner a heavy, if he calls it out, right? And Gunner has the right timing, the perfect timing for it. You can do it with Fire Flash too, but because it's a little stun, it's really different to do that. But I can try to show you. Chris, just throw your Fire Flash. I fucked it up. Yeah, that feat's not gonna come back really quick. But basically, you get it. It's a stun. The Fire Flash is a stun. It'll knock them for a second. It's the same thing as a trident. So yeah, stuff like that you need to look out for. Bash lights.
It also causes them to not like smoke bomb. They start to roll away, so that's obviously a free chase for most heroes. Since generally there's a way to catch people.
Fight with strength.
Yep.
So that's also something to take into account.
Other than that, we're not gonna go into too much detail. If you do want more detail, I will be more than happy to show you guys, and we'll make the videos again and put them in the Discord if you would like. So just let me know in the Discord once I post them. Yeah, you know, if you want further videos into these combos, from us at least. There's other combos out there, but from us at least, we've got a few that would blow your minds. It's only if you're requesting though, because these are clan secrets. Anyways, you're good. We're not even gonna worry about it. It's just the premise of it.
Okay.
Any of you got anything else you want to add?
I think that covered about it.
Yeah, the only thing I want to add is just you can combine feats with 3 heroes too, not just 2. So let's say the JJ has the what's the name of your first feat?
First feat against all odds.
Yeah, so if you activate that one, and then Knights activate Fear itself, and then I just bomb them there, it's just way more damage than the original.
Oh my
now it's
lord.
74 damage instead of 57.
70 damage.
That's death right there.
That's some top secret shit there. You shouldn't be showing these people. No, I'm kidding.
Listen, if their team isn't doing that, then they need to find new teammates, I think.
But yeah, Chris is right. Combo. Also, these combos work with 3 people. Like, if we guard break, one of us guard breaks, and there's 3 of us surrounding them. Everybody, you best believe every single one of my teammates are gonna throw a heavy. And if they don't, I'm gonna yell at them. But yeah,
Don't worry, I'm gonna still kill. Don't worry about it.
Other than that, thank you for watching our 3-part video, little tutorial of, you know, how we do things in the clan, how we train, and just how we look at the game competitively in general. So this is Black Rose Legion, and we are out of here.
See ya.
3-on-1, let's go.